Boo. Welcome back to Metroid for the NES specifically. Last time, we got the Varia suit, which, just to clarify what I was saying before and actually speak it correctly, the Japanese is the varia, intended to be barrier. So it was the translators that went, varia? What do you mean varia? That's some weird word like varia? Let's go with that. And that is how Varia was born. Wait! That's right, we gotta go back down here. So now that we have this, the Varia suit in most Metroid games is kind of known for protecting you against heated areas. And that is not something that this suit does, because there is no such thing as a heated area in this game. It does reduce damage overall. I'm not sure if it reduces damage from lava to any specific degree. But with this on, we can take a hefty beating without too much worry. And between that and the screw attack, we're functionally immortal. I say that, and then I will immediately die. That's how that works. Okay, so, with that done, we're back in Gold Tower, right? Where was this? Where did I just come from? Okay. So we're back in Gold Tower. Now, the areas in the NES Metroid are laid out a little differently than those familiar with some later games like Super. There is no criteria. You start in Brine Star. And then below Brine Star is Kraid's lair. Also below Brine Star is Norfair. Below Norfair is Ridley's lair. So we haven't been in either of the layers yet. Though we did dabble into Norfair a little bit for some goodies. And before we dive too far into either of the layers, I think we could use just a little more firepower. So I'm going back down here, because those of you who have played Super Metroid know that there's an energy tank in the ceiling of this room. Now, getting this is going to be tricky. And I am mostly going to rely on one of these gamers walking their way over there. You cannot jump that high, so you're going to have to rely on... Yay! That's one of the last things that we need ice for. So, with that said, I think before we go into any of the layers at this point, we could use just a little more firepower. So I'll see everybody in a moment. I'm going to work my way back down to Norfair. Returning to Norfair now. There are some goodies that I honestly should have gotten when I was down here getting the screw attack and the high jump boots. So, I'll see everybody real quick when we get back to where we got the screw attack. There we are, we return. So, directly up from here is where we got the screw attack. Right up that way. So, something we can do from here... I should have just done this when I was down here the first time, so we didn't have to come all the way back down for this. But if you go left from there, I should be... Wow. Funky. Okay, so that's a roof. From here, we can head down. Door here. And this lava is fake. This lava is also fake. But remember how I believe I mentioned before, or maybe it was in something that I cut out, but the screens themselves are reused several times. And the same happens here. This is the same screen as was up top, which means there is still a secret here. However, it doesn't lead anywhere, because there's no screen below this. So we get some interesting rooms in here. And that guy is going to be problems. Ah! No, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, so this room, I believe you can go down in this room? Yeah, there's nothing here. I believe you can go down in this room, but I'm going to go to the right first. No, no. Okay. Be careful. I have fallen into these lava pits before, and this one just to my left here, and I suppose this one here to my right, are nearly impossible to get out of. I spent a long time thinking it was actually impossible, but you can get out. So you can go down here. Yeah, I thought so. There it is. Hey. And that brings us to the wave beam. So the actual shots from the wave beam travel a bit slower, but they are, as you can obviously tell, a lot wider, and I believe they're stronger than the ice beam. This is your murder beam. There's no plasma or anything. They also travel through walls. So again, this is your murder beam. As with most things in this game, it is a little glitchy. Sometimes the beam will simply pass through something instead of hitting it. I guess it's just part of its pass-through code, not quite interacting right with its destroy something code. You can tell that especially on these blocks. Yeah, I did it. And for the most part, I don't think I've had a ton of trouble. Oh no. Fine, I'm going up over here. Thank you. For the most part, I don't think I've had a ton of trouble in this game. The underlying issues are always that, like, yes, the game is very difficult, especially if you don't know where you're going. And it was also of the time to make games like this. The fact that everything looks kind of the same... I don't think there's anything else over here. Nope. The fact that everything looks kind of the same, and it's this big maze-like area, does very much lend itself to confusion and getting lost. And that's, especially for games of the era, they expected you to do things like break out some graph paper. And I feel like if you took the time... In that vein, the game doesn't hold up as well under current-day standards. But especially at the time, this was an amazing experience. And just look at the environment. The music, as well, is phenomenal for conveying a specific mood. And I can think of very few NES games, very few games of the era, that had a mood like this. Like, you got some weird things that were maybe had some graphical similarities, but they always treated it in a more action-y way. You get stuff like, oh no! Oh! Oh no, oh no, oh no. Hey! Well-timed damage boost. I need to be a lot more careful. But you got games that were a lot more action-y. You didn't really get games like this that were much slower and more almost emotional. And of course, from the very beginning, they've mentioned that, Oh, okay, no, we're fine. Almost from the very beginning, they mentioned that a large inspiration for the Metroid series was the Aliens movies, the Alien movies, and the works of H.R. Geiger, which of course designed the Aliens. So there are 2. So even if a lot of this game does not hold up by today's standards, I can 100% understand why this game left a massive impact on so many people. Okay, so now we just have to get out. There we go. So there are still some more goodies around for us. There's actually something not too far up this way, so let's go backtrack just a little bit. The goal for the day is probably going to be completely clearing out Norfair. Come on, dudes. There we go. Yeah, the game is a little bit, as is common for the era, The game is a little bit jank. That's understandable. Especially NES games were... Where did I come down? Was it on this side? There we go. Especially for NES games, it's very uncommon to find a nice, polished, pristine game. NES game, like Metroid specifically, it's a little jank. For sure. You can tell with some of the way the screw attack works. When do you come out of the screw attack? Sometimes you can jump forever. Sometimes you come out of it, like, almost immediately. You can bonk your head on the ceiling and lose it. But not always. The wave beam just kind of glitches through things half the time. Okay, so you'll note we did not go all the way back up that last corridor. That last corridor would... Ooh, gumdrops. That last corridor would have taken us back up the way we came, and in turn out, like, towards where the screw attack was. But we didn't go all the way up, though. Because this long corridor here has some prizes at the end of it. Okay, there's no way I'm getting in that. Probably an exit. Yeah, because I'm not getting back in this. Oh, heck. Whatever, I made it. Yeah, like, what happened there? Where was my screw attack on that one? Okay, so having gone all the way over here, I believe there is a path down. It's usually, yeah. Oh, another thing is our prize over here is an energy tank. Oh, heck. There are actually more energy tanks in this game than you can carry. I believe there are 2 extra. If you collect them once you have all of the energy tanks, which I think is 7, they refill your health, but you do not gain an additional energy tank. Quit knocking me around, dude. Look, I just want back up here. I just want back up here. Just let me back up. Not asking for a lot, friend. I wonder why the screw attack wears out right before I hit... Oh, whoa, what happened to my jump? Your screw attack just kind of wears out right before you hit the ground. I want to jump and land on a dude. Slowly traversing the gumdrops. The gumdrop platforms over lava. Okay, so I think that takes us here, where... So this takes us up to where the screw attack was. the screw attack, we're back in this room directly below the screw attack. Like the screw attack is up there. So we can go this way and backtrack back towards the exit. There is more that I want to get in here, though. Okay. I wonder why that thing's... Oh, heck. Wonder why that thing stops firing if you come in from the right. Kind of a pain in the butt room here. Getting back's not so bad right up until the end, like right up until here. Okay, one way or the other we got in. Some oddities, but it's fine. Oh, something else. It is unbelievably difficult to repeatedly bomb jump in this game. You can, and I think more jank is involved than anything else. But you can, like put a bomb in the air and then a bomb on the ground and blow yourself up. Like, not necessarily unreasonably high, but like much higher than you would expect. But it doesn't really let you do a lot. Okay, so this door here is what leads us back to the entrance. Before that, however, we're going to go up this way. Because there are a lot of goodies. We can't actually go that way yet. If you go in that way, you'll find that, really, I was morphed. Where is it? There's a way up in here. There's a way up in here. Must just be an invisible block somewhere. This guy's getting on my nerves, though. With your tiny hitbox. That doesn't even work. Like, get up. There's no way you have to get up there. I'm missing something. What am I missing? God dang it. Missiles. And missiles. Oh, it was actually higher than I thought it was. Oh, did I go all the way up? Oh, well, heck, I gotta go back down. That's why I couldn't find the secret. There was no secret, because I was like 2 screens higher than I thought I was. I don't know why I thought... Why did I think I was way down there? So there's a ton of missiles up here. This is the OG Billy Mays room. Because you collect these 3 missiles and you're like, oh wow, man, 15 missiles, heck yeah. And then you go up through that secret area and find 2 more and go, but wait, there's more. I like how that times real well to 3 jumps. Yeah, then you come up here, and you got, hey, there's 2 more! Now there is actually a secret if you continue on. I'm not actually going to collect this for reasons you'll see soon enough, but I want to at least show it off. Could probably use a little health, though. I've been taking some dips in lava. So, nothing if you go up. Down takes you down a little ways. And it backdoors you into this room. And that is the ice beam. So the beams in this game do not stack. You get the long beam, and that will stack. But the wave beam and the ice beam are both independent beams. There are several places that you can get the ice beam. To my knowledge, there is only one place to get the wave beam. And when you get the wave beam, it disables the ice beam. If you want the ice beam again, you have to go back and collect it again. I'm going to stick on the wave beam for a little bit, so I'm not going to collect the ice beam. But this is where you go to get it. It's also impossible to get to this room from the other side. Like if you go in the front door, this way, because you can't get a morph ball in that gap. At least not easily. And this takes us back into our purple column here, where we should be able to go down, and this is our path back to Brine Star. So we're not quite done in here, though. We're almost there. We're almost there. Man, how do you make a high jump out of lava? It's like the friggin' Super Metroid sand. Even the Super Metroid sand, I kind of figured out after a while. Okay, so from the entrance to Brine Star, we have not been to the left. Couple goodies over here. It was not the highest priority for me to collect them at the time, though. So I didn't. No use putting myself in danger when there is no need to. Missiles. And a secret wall. This is also where, like, the secrets are unintuitive, but once you figure out the whole, like, screens kind of being the similar thing, you start to get an eye for where the secrets are going to be once you find one once or twice. You start recognizing, like, oh yeah, in this room, this block is usually fake. Or in this particular screen, this block is usually fake. And missiles. Those guys don't even explode, and that's a dead end. So that is Norfair completed. That is Norfair completed and Brine Star completed. So at this point, we're done collecting most things that there is to collect. Look, I just want on this. Can I get you, like, stuck over on the left side? Yeah. So that is most things that we need to collect. Yeah, this is also the kind of game, though, where you just spend a lot of time. I'm just gonna bomb every wall. We come up against this wall, let's go. Bomb that wall. Everything in it. Look for that secret. Mark it down. Share that information with your friends. I think we mentioned this when we were doing The Legend of Zelda, but the idea of finding secrets in games like this was very much a community project, honestly. Of, like, friends getting together and talking to each other. Because there was no, like, forums or anything where you could talk about this. So you just had to explore and figure it out. Try everything. And it's the kind of thing that doesn't quite hold up under today's gameplay standards. But at the time, this was the stuff. Anyway, until next time, everyone, that is us having cleared out Norfair. And Brine Star as well. We even went back for that energy tank. So, all that's left are the layers. Until then, everyone.